Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I can see people. All right. Let me know where you're joining from. I can see Blessing. I can see Elizabeth. I can see Sarah. I can see Olive. I can see Grace. Good evening, everyone. Please do me a favor. Let me know where you're signing in from. This is the day we have been waiting for. So, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about today. How excited are you, please? Can you use the emoji to let me know how excited you are? Yeah, good evening. Please, as you're joining, I will want you to use the chat box and let me know where you're joining from. All right, I'm seeing people. Please join. Please come to the class. Your life is about, your business is about to have a new beginning. Good evening, everyone. Um, Please, I want you to make use of the chat box. Make use of the chat box, please. Let me know where you're from. Okay, yes. Grace is watching from Niger State. Amazing. All right, please, as you're joining, I will want this class to be very, very interactive. Please let me know where you're joining from. Where are you watching from? Our guest will soon join us, but we need to get ready. Let me know where you're joining from. Olamide, thanks for sharing. Joining from Lagos. All right, I want more. We are waiting for more people. This is exactly 8 p.m. So we are going to give them like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before we bring in our guests. Before we bring in our guests. So please, I want you to let me know where you're watching from. Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from, please? Very important to us. And second question I'm going to ask you this evening is I would want to know if you have sold anything from, have you sold anything online before? Have you sold anything online? Have you done online business before? Have you sold anything? Please, I want to know that. I want this class to be very, very interactive. We are going to do more. This class is going to be practical, as in, we didn't import people from outside Nigeria. We didn't bring people from Togo. We didn't bring people from Cameroon. We didn't bring people from US. We didn't bring people from Canada. It is us. We are the ones here. We are the one that understand the Nigerian terrain, what is happening, how difficult it is to survive. We are the one that understand how things are being done around us here. So that is why we need to speak out. We need to talk. I need your feedback. Your feedback means a lot to me. All right. While we are waiting for others to join, please, as you are joining, just let us know where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? Our guest is ready. Our guest is ready. Just let me know where you're watching from. While we are waiting, we'll be waiting for others. We have like 5 minutes or 10 minutes to wait for others. Our guest cannot wait any longer. He just want to unleash. He just want to impact. He just want to bless our lives. All right, I will be reading your comments. Remember the two questions I asked you this evening. Where are you joining us from? Number one. Number two, have you sold anything online before? Have you done any transaction online? Have you done any business online? Please, these are the three questions, sorry, two questions I will want to get from us. And remember, we have an important discussion today. When you talk about business, a lot of us think that it is all about money. All right. Please, can more people? Hello, Andrew, Nathan. Andrew is joining us from Warri. Olamide is joining us. Olabisi is joining us from Lagos. God's time is joining us from Akwa Ibom. The Voice is joining us from Imo State. Anthony is joining us from Lagos. Wow, this is amazing. We have people from different parts of the country in our midst. That is amazing. Um, Now, the second part of the question, Chibike Jonah is joining from Port Harcourt. Wow, this is one Nigeria. This tonight's meeting is going to be one Nigeria, honestly. Oh, please, you're going to do me a favor now. Have you sold anything online? Have you sold anything online? Have you sold anything? Have you sold anything online? Have you done online business before? Have you done online before? Online business? Have you done online business? Please, I want to hear. I really want to hear from you. I really want to hear from you. Anthony said no. Anthony, after tonight, I don't want to talk too much. After tonight, you won't have any other option than to start. You started. I sent you a link. I s- our guest is here. Are you excited? All right. I know I've written about our guest in our platform, in our WhatsApp platform. Can you just tell me um just two things you read from his profile? I really want to know people who took time to read that profile. Can you just tell me? Can you just tell me two things you read from his profile? If you know, I we have four guests for these 2 days. So the person that is speaking to us, going to speak to us this evening, I've already dropped his profile on the platform. I would want you to just tell me two things you read about him. Two things you read about our speaker for tonight. What would you want to learn from him? Two things you learned from the profile. I took time to drop that profile. So um can you just tell me if actually you read his profile, what and what did you pick? Do you know our speaker for tonight? Are you ready for him? This young man is loaded. This young man is loaded. I brought him because he is a true Nigerian, someone who started from the street, someone who didn't get his wealth wasn't He didn't acquire his wealth, as in he didn't inherit it. I think that's the word I'm looking for. The wealth wasn't his something that his father kept for him. It wasn't something that his uncle somebody kept for him. He entered the street. Let me use our Nigerian language. He made his money by himself. He made his money on the street. Nobody. So he's going to be sharing with us service based ideas, business ideas, service based. Sometimes in the course of my my business um, discussion with a lot of young people, once you ask a young man, what are you doing? The next thing you will hear, actually, I would love to do business. Um, I would love to do business, but the next thing you will hear is there is no money. Now, I've asked this question severally. Most times when people come for clarity section, there is this question: why haven't you started? Peculiar, I have this idea. I love to do this. I can do this. I learnt this. I learnt that. And when you ask the person, why haven't you started? What is the problem? Why have you not taken action? The next thing you will hear, oh more, I don't have money, nobody to support me, no bank will agree to give me loan. Just no more. What will I kill myself? Nothing. I don't even know where to start. I have gotten this question, I've gotten this answer a lot from young people. Can I shock you? It is not all business, not not every business that will give you money needs money to start it. Let me speak our Nigerian language. It is not all business ideas that you need to invest too much money before you start making money. So the person we have tonight is going to be sharing with us service-based business ideas that we can do in Nigeria. It is not service-based business that somebody did in Canada or somebody did in Togo or somebody did in America. No, here in Nigeria, here in Lagos, here in Port Harcourt, here in Niger State, here in Imo State, as in our Nigerian environment. What are those business ideas that someone can do and they make money? You don't. I don't need to. I don't need to invest too much money before I start the business. And that is what he's going to be speaking to us about. So, on that note, I want to welcome Pastor Yudi Nwanma to take over. Please, can we just appreciate him? Yes, some people that read your profile have started telling me about you. Let me read few things that somebody read about you. He is a pastor and a digital businessman. Amazing. Another person said he's a pastor. Yes. Another person said the CEO of Digital Plus. These people sabi you reach home. The other one said he's a dynamic preacher and a teacher. This one, I suspect this person, maybe church members. Another one says, okay, they are welcoming you. So on that note, I'm going to leave the stage. Pastor Yudi, over to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening. It's such a privilege
If
and
you
an
can,
honor
sorry, if
for.
you can hear him very, very well, please can we hear from the comment section? I
Can you
want to be
hear
sure that
me? Good
everybody.
evening. Can you hear me?
Can you hear him very, very well?
Good evening.
Let's be sure that. Can you hear him very well? Yes, I can hear him. All right, very clear. Pastor Yudi, I'm off the stage. Take over.
Okay. Thank you once again for Peculiar for this honor to impact some people concerning how they can live better and the life of their dreams. I'm a fan of that line of thought. People can actually actualize their dreams. Dreams do come true. And so I want to thank you for the privilege to speak. And I want to welcome every one of us who find it very important to join this online conference. I trust that it will be what all the time, and I trust God too that after this conference, a lot of us will have that energy again, will find the strength again and the wisdom again to kick off something that God has already put inside of us. They will find expression. I'm confident of that because I was once at the place where I needed by all means to live my dreams and to actualize my dreams and my purpose in life. And that's just what I want to share today. I uh, I made a decision a few years back that anytime I find young people, I'm going to, especially young people, I'm just going to share my story. And I believe that from my story, people can deduce things that will make them also find their own purpose and derive wisdom to discover what they are called to do in life. So, Nwanma is the name, and by God's grace, I graduated from Federal Polytechnic Nekede. I studied electrical electronics engineering, but today I am busy branding businesses and consulting for small businesses, and it's been what the experience. My story started. Okay, the subject I'm sharing is service-based online dropshipping. Service-based online dropshipping for people who want to venture into dropshipping, especially the service-based side of it. So that's what I'm sharing. And my journey started while I was in school. My journey started while I was in school. I happened to pastor the school chapel in Federal Polytechnic Nekede in 2004, 2004, 2005. I became the chapel president. Now, that was where everything started, and I could see that it was. Can anybody hear me? My time has freezed. I don't know if anybody can still hear me. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I think um his network it's shaking a bit, but he's going to join us shortly. So while we're waiting for him, I just want to say this. I just want to tell you this. You might be thinking that what you're looking for, that you need millions of naira before you get started. But I want to tell you that looking around you, there are a lot of opportunities. And that is exactly the kind of mindset that we want you to have tonight. The mindset of monetizing opportunities you see around you. It might look dirty, it might look as if nothing will come out of it. But please open your mind, have an open mindset tonight, so that you begin to see things in a different way. The drop shipping we are doing today, a few years back, can I say about 6 7 years, 8 years ago, I don't think drop shipping was this popular. Somebody started it, and today almost all of us are enjoying it. So please have an open mindset. Pastor Yudi is back, so I'm going to stay off the stage.
Hello, can you hear? Hello, can you hear me? Peculiar, I wouldn't mind. I would really love if we can share the screen. If you can hear me, if we can share the screen, so I know if I'm still online because I can't see any message. I can't see any
Okay, I
message.
can hear you very well. I can hear you very well.
So please, I think I'm better off with us sharing the screen.
It's okay, it's
Is
fine.
that okay? Yeah. So
Yeah,
where did
go
I
ahead.
stop? Okay. So I don't know where I stopped before the network went off, but like I said, my whole story started when I was in school. I happened to pastor the Chapel of Grace, Federal Polytechnic Nekede from 2004 to 2005. So that was where it was in the pastoring work I was exposed to printing and branding because I really needed to do some excellent prints. I was looking for the best printer that I could find, and I was linked to a printer in Port Harcourt who branded a lot of stuff for us as a young pastor then. The church was quite big. Yes, we're almost 2,000 people in the chapel. So we had a lot of need as a pastor to print. Now let me say this. A lot of us will be exposed to what we are called to do in life through the day-to-day running of our lives. Yes, you don't look too far. You don't look too far in some of those points. You don't need to look too far. You're already within, most likely, you're within the things that will make you, somebody tomorrow, the things that will really bring out your potential. A lot of us are already within that. And because I'm a pastor, I'm going to be sharing also from scriptures. Pardon me, those of you that are not Christians. If you're in this platform, you're not a Christian. I will try and just be as neutral as I can with my analogies because as a pastor, I draw a lot of stories from the scriptures, but even some of the stories, even non-Christians know them. So as I was exposed to a lot of printing, so when I was done with school, I was blank. What do I do with my life? A lot of my colleagues were already going to look for jobs in different areas, but for me, I knew that I had something different to do, which was ministry. That was the core thing in my heart, to do ministry or to pastor. But you know that pastoring doesn't give money. Let me say immediately, except when you have impacted lives. You've impacted a lot of lives. At that point, people get to appreciate you. And that's how a lot of pastors survive, though. So, as a young pastor, as a young man, I needed to find a way to survive. I needed to find a way to make money because I couldn't have continued with my parents. I mean, we are eight in the house. So, and my dad was just a lecturer. He was working for the government, a lecturer. My mom was a teacher. So there was no way after putting me through school, then I was still going to be in the house to look for money. No. Besides, I stopped taking money from my parents when I was about 19 years old. That was in my industrial training. So I had to fend for myself from school as a young chap who was gifted spiritually. People, a lot of people get to give me, they were giving me gifts. But now I was out of school. Necessity was on me. Necessity was on me. I had to find a way to survive. So I started printing.
Network need to allow us to be blessed tonight. Honestly, you will join us back. Let me just say a few things I'm picking. I've picked so far. He is just laying a background of his journey into entrepreneurship, and he said something that struck me. He said, "Don't look too far. Don't look too far. Please, if you can hear me very well, please write it on the comment section. Don't look too far. Write your name and say peculiar. Don't look too far." I've learned that one now, and that was exactly or similar to what happened to me. Network not friendly. Yes, welcome back. So you stopped taking money.
Hello?
Let me remind you. We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you. I don't know if it's your network. I can
Hello?
hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
You
very
can
well.
hear me?
Very, very
I
well.
can't hear anything. Okay. You say you can
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
We can hear you. Go
If you
ahead.
can hear me, just
Yes.
wave the hand. Let me see.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So I can't hear anything. Okay.
We
So
can hear
after
you. We can hear
school, necessity was on me to make money and to survive, to survive after school. Now, this is where the whole thing began. So, this saying, they say necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is
Invention.
the mother of invention. In my own line or in business, necessity pushed me into business. And the truth is, it doesn't really matter what inspires you to get into business. What matters is you, something is pushing you, or something is making you make a decision to make life more meaningful. So for me, I needed a fend for myself. I needed money. I needed to eat. These were the things that pushed me into business. How did I decide on what to do? Remember, we are talking about zero capital, right? We're talking about zero capital, and we're talking about a service
Service.
based online drop shipping or service based business where you don't need money. So I looked at myself, okay, what do I have? I discovered that I know how to brand stuff. How did I get to know of branding? But through the printer who was just printing for us in school. It's not like I focused to learn the business. I did not. Printing was the last. What do you think I did in school?
Network cannot stop us. Network cannot stop us. Network cannot stop us. Don't look too far. The story is for you to understand something. He's making a point. He wasn't a printer. He never thought of starting a business from printing. No, 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 that was not his intention. He was busy, focused, and doing his job as a pastor, as a student pastor on campus. Now, after school, what next? Are you going to continue to collect money from your parents after graduation? After school, what next? What do you have in your hand? That is the story I'm learning tonight. After graduation, what do you have in your hand? The knowledge you learned while you were there. Let me bring
Can
it back
hear
to you.
you. I cannot hear you.
Go
I cannot
ahead.
hear you.
Network cannot stop our shining tonight.
I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Sorry,
We
I
can
cannot hear you. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm hearing you very well.
Okay, can I have the earpiece?
Go ahead. We can hear
Okay,
you.
so the best thing I could do that time, let me try the earpiece again if I can hear from it. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you very well. Very, very well. Very, very well.
Okay, if you can hear me, the best thing I could do that time was the printing. The printer asked me to join in Port Harcourt. I joined in Port Harcourt just the past time before I go for my youth service. I worked for 7 months, just 7 months. The 7 months where I helped him before I go for youth service where was the place where I really got the basic knowledge about printing and branding in the printing and industry. I got that small knowledge in 7 months, and I didn't learn it to do it. I was just helping. So when I was now set to go or to leave, I eventually left. And the next thing on my mind was how will I survive as a young man? It was at that point I realized that the only option I had left was to source for printing jobs, to source for printing jobs. Now I don't have money. I do not have money to kick off the printing job. The printing industry requires a lot of money. I don't have money to kick off the printing job.
What what an interesting story. All right. So far so good. What have you learned? If you can hear me very well, what have you learned from the short story? He is just beginning to, he's telling us his story, how he started with zero capital. Me, I want to hear the end of this story. I don't know what network is doing to us tonight. What have you learned from the short story? Don't look too far. That is the question. What do you have in your hand? As at the time, at the moment, at this very moment, what can you boast of? What service can you render and collect money and get paid? What service do you think you can learn? What services are around you that you feel that even if you cannot do it, you can get somebody to do it and you collect the money and give the person that did the work? What services We are talking about things we can do. We don't need to invest too much money. Things you can see around you. You don't need to go to America or Togo. Uh,
And he asked me, what can I do? I said, I can print flyers. And he was just smiling. Young pastor, okay, we'll give you a trial. And that was the first trial that I had in the Redeemed Christian Church of God Jesus House in 2008, 2007. In 2007, the first job that I had. Now, ask me, how much did I start that job with? Or how much did I start the printing business? It was a zero capital. I didn't have a kobo on me, but what I had was a good relationship. It is good for you to build relationships, because relationships are worth more than money. Relationships are worth more than money in service-based businesses. Service-based business, you need relationship first. So relationship gave me a client. Relationship connected me to a client. And because of that relationship, the client was willing, the recommendation, referral, the first referral ever that I had was from a friend. And where did I meet this friend? We're in school together. Not even when I was a pastor. When I was in my first year and second year, we're in the choir all together. She was the choir director. So learn to treat.
oh my goodness. Network, relationship. I've learned another. Please, who heard it? Did you hear that? Relationship. It's an important currency, very, very important currency when it comes to service-based business. Oh my goodness. Network, we need to hear how successful this business idea was when he started. Please, what have you learned so far? Necessity, I'm reading from your comment section while we're waiting for him to join again. Necessity is the mother of invention. Yes, we know that. There is no limitation. Take a step. Yes, regardless. I can hear somebody say such an interesting story. Yes, he listened to the environment. Good. We need to hear this story. We need to know how he was able to navigate from a not. First of all, he didn't study anything that has to do with printing. He studied elect. He
Relationship based. Then I'm working on helping at a very minimal scale, because that's where we are, in bringing an investment into the state where I reside. It's still relationship based. I don't know the government, but through relationship, I have already gotten access to the number one citizen here by proxy. Relationship will connect you, not money. I don't have any millions of dollars or millions of naira stashed anywhere to pull investment, but relationship is making this thing already happen. So that first business, the pastor told me, his name is Pastor Kola Bolanta of blessed memory, is late now. He told me, you did go and do this thing. I said, I don't have money. But he said, yeah, go and do it. One good thing is that in that 7 months where I helped my friend in his printing office, I already knew suppliers of the printing papers and the rest of them, suppliers of the printing paper. Okay, I just remembered, before the pastor gave me his job, the first prayer group that gave me a flyer to print, 2,000 flyers, it was a prayer group in Shell, and I don't want to talk about how I met the man who was a member of that prayer group, but he said, I know you can do this. Go and do 2,000 flyers. My first ever job, 2,000 flyers. I went back to the press. I told my senior friend, I have gotten a job. He said, Yuri, I can help you run it. Relationship. I didn't have a kobo. He said, Yuri, I can help.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what network. Network knows that some of us, our life, our business, it's about to have a new look. Our sense of reasoning, our business sense, it's about to have a new look. Please, so far so good. What have you learned? Relationship is an important currency. Relationship will connect you to people that matters in your life. Relationship will bring business opportunities your way. Relationship will We even go as far as paying for your first job, even when you don't have the money to do it. Oh my goodness. Network, you need to allow us. Network, you need to allow us, please. So far, so good. What have you learned? Service-based business. Remember, I want somebody to write on the comment section our topic for tonight. What is our topic for tonight? Some people are just joining us. This meeting is not an ordinary meeting. It's not that kind of that type of meeting that you come and you live the same way. This is not a religious meeting. This is a business meeting, and it is meant to change your life for good. The information you are going to get here
My
today.
time is up. Some way, somehow, you
So
let
you
me
can
know.
go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
that profit was 20,000. He shared the money 50-50, gave me 10,000. That was the first profit I ever made in printing business. And guess what? It really caught my attention. My interest was now fully, so I could make 10,000 naira. We could make profit of 20,000 naira out of a 40,000 naira business. So the second time they asked me to do another 2,000 flyers. And guess what? At that time, I didn't need the other printer. I met my friend, I met my sister who gave me 20,000 naira this time around. The second business, my sister. Remember, I told you families and friends are the first people surrounding you that will patronize your business and to a large extent serve as a springboard for you to travel far in your business. So the first one was a friend. The second one was my sister. And because they didn't know me as someone who will collect money from them and eat the money, Urgent 2K has denied a lot of people help from close friends. Be careful how you use.
Oh God. All right, we are making progress. We are making progress. Uh, from his story, you can hear that as a young graduate, there was no money, but he had good relationship. Somebody tell me good relationship. I want you to mention your name on the comment section and say peculiar, build good relationship. Why do you need good relationship? Because of now that you want to start business. When you start, who will patronize you? Who will buy from you? Who will refer you? Who will tell people that you're doing business? Who will tell people that you're trustworthy? Who will tell people that you are selling the best quality, that you are a good person, you are a person of integrity? They are the friends and the families you have around you, not people who will criticize you. You need to be intentional about people you bring around you. You don't just surround yourself with a lot of people who are not adding value to your life. You don't just surround yourself with a lot of people who are only always available to take away from you. No, 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 no. Relationship is an important currency. Treasure, build good relationship. Yes, build good relationship. People who will announce you, people who will move your life forward. He is back. Network is dealing with
Hello.
us. Go ahead, sir.
I think I have to log off and come back again.
Okay. I'm giving you extra 15 minutes because of the off and on. Because of the off and on, I'm giving you extra 15 minutes. But we can hear you. We can hear you. Okay. Let's give him time to come back again. It's somebody getting something. Please use the comment section. Are you getting something tonight? Are you learning something new? Are you learning? Are you learning something new? Is what he's saying, is it relatable? Is it relatable? Can you look around you, around your vicinity, around your location, where you are exactly? Can you relate with what he is saying? Network, allow us to be blessed. Pastor Yudi, we need to hear the end of that story. You need to tell us
I can hear
how.
anything.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh my goodness. Please don't go. Please don't log off. We still have one more speaker. Pastor Yude is not the only speaker we have tonight. We still have one more. I promise you by exactly 9:30 or max 10:45, we should be out of 9:45, we should be through with tonight's program. So somebody, I just want to know that you are getting value from tonight's meeting. Don't look too far. What you might be thinking, what you are seeing around you that you might be thinking it may not be useful to you, might be useful to you. Just if you can only give it a trial, try it, test it. People are telling you that pure water, selling pure water, that there is no money in pure water business. It's a dirty business. Pure water selling is a dirty business. How can you be climbing the truck? How can your classmates see you carrying pure water, hawking pure water on the street? Meanwhile, people are building houses from pure water. Do you know that from retailing ordinary pure water, you can build a factory. You will get the knowledge. You will you will get the knowledge that will now help you to expand that particular knowledge, business knowledge that dropped from just one source, because you started by carrying pure water. But some of us will not want to do that because of what? How? What will people say? How? What will my classmates? My classmates are in an office, the executive office, where they stay inside AC from morning to night. AC from morning to night. How much do they pay them? I laugh sometimes when people say, Peculiar, what are you doing in Balogu, you of all people? And I'll now tell you, you that is working in an office, how much is your salary? What are we talking about tonight? Service based. Do not look too far. There are opportunities around you. There are services around you that even if you cannot do it, see it as an opportunity to make money. Get people to do the work. Get people to do the work, collect the money, pay up the worker, take the profit. While we are waiting for Pastor Yudi to come back and conclude his story, especially the part where he expanded that particular business, I would want to hear that part. How did he expand? How did he build? Because I know he has a very established printing business in Port Harcourt. So I would want to know at what point, how did he get the money? How did he raise the money to, get all those? He has an office, a big office. He has people he employed and he pays them salary. I would want to hear that part of the story. I hope network will allow him to come back. Now, I want to cite an instance. I want to just share a relatable example from what he was saying. Looking around you, what do you have in your hand? It's somewhere in the Bible. What do you have in your hand? You have your knowledge. Maybe you must have worked in an office. You acquired so much knowledge. You were an accountant, or you were once a teacher. You worked in a logistic company, or you worked in a law firm. You acquired so much knowledge, and unfortunately something happened and that organization is no longer existing again. Now you decided to stay back. You have been carrying your CV from one office to another. Nobody has accepted to employ you because of what? Maybe your age, you are too old for them or something. Have you forgotten that you have all the knowledge? Have you forgotten that the knowledge is there? You have worked in that office. The reason why we are doing this tonight is that it is not everybody that might be interested in dropshipping. It is not everybody that might be interested in dropshipping. Some of us might be interested, might be looking around to see other things that we can do. We will continue. Let's bring Pastor.
Okay, so I had to change the phone. I've changed. I'm now using an iPhone.
Let's
So
see if the network will be better.
yeah, I think it's better on this phone. The iPhone is what I'm using now. I think it's better on this one.
Thank you.
I can hear you for the first time. Oh
Glory.
God.
Please, let's celebrate that. Can we celebrate him? Can we celebrate him? Thank you so much. Go ahead.
I can hear for the first time. So I had to switch over to another phone. This is the
Thank
old
you.
one giving the one giving pro. So I'm using an iPhone now. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. So I'm really sorry. I want to apologize. I mean, for like 6-7 times the screen went blank in this other phone. But now I think I'm better off. I can hear back. So this is now a better this is a communication now because I can hear you. So Peculiar, where do you want me to continue?
Continue from where we win. Okay. Because of time, we want to know at what point did you think about expansion? Remember, you've told us how you were collecting the jobs, printing for them. As at then, there was no office, there was no huge capital with you. When you get the job, you ask friends to help you raise some fund, you do return back their money and all the rest. But I know that that business has gone beyond that. It has really grown. You have an office now, you have people you have employed. So tell us, at what point did that expansion, why didn't you go back to what you studied, or why didn't you think about something else? You decided to stand.
Okay. I'm trying to connect my earpiece now on this iPhone, but you see, little by little, I was growing, I was saving. Little by little, the recommendations were becoming bigger. I was having bigger clients. Like I told you, it started with friends and families, but it now went further to some people, notable people in the society. In the space of 2 years, I was already meeting top people in the oil and gas, a few people in government, top people in, and that was how growing. Hello. Okay, so the expansion happened, like I said, it's little by little I was growing. It's not like I never, it was like after 5 years that I started thinking on buying machines. And I will still tell us, I didn't have the capital for machines. If you can hear me, I didn't have the capital for machines. What I had was people, because I had done the business now for 5 years. And people, I didn't have any negative story in the course of my business, in the line of my work. I have done printing business for it since 2006 till now. It's almost, is about 18 years. I've not disappointed people in my business. Look, it's crazy, but when integrity is at the top of your practice in any business, then you're going to grow really fast. So integrity is the key thing. Is the key thing behind what I do. Even in ministry, our church is growing fast because people, they don't yola me, they don't check me. I mean, I'm what I say. What I say publicly is what I do privately. What I do privately, what I say publicly. And in the secular, they call it integrity. You know, integrity will make you expand really fast. So, how did I expand? It was time for me to buy a state-of-the-art machine because innovation is also at the top of what I do. I love to innovate. I love the trending technologies in my industry. I love to know the new things in my industry. So I was ready to now buy a machine that they were launching in 2014. They were going to launch that machine in February 2014 globally. February 2014 globally. And I got to know about it. I went there. I saw a state-of-the-art machine, a machine for the first time in the print industry where you print a job. It's an instant print. It was the first time at the industrial scale. You know, so I fell in love with it, and they were asking for about 10 million. I didn't have the money, but I had people again. Remember, when I started, I had people, family and friends. When I was to scale in my business, guess what? It was still family and friends. Three people around me gave me 1.5 because the people said if I can raise for them 3.5 million, then they will give me the machine. After 1 month, I raise another 2 million for them. Then after 6 months, that's monthly, I'll be paying them 500K, which it was what happened. Now, with the savings I had, it was just 2 million in my account. Remember, I've done business now for 5 years. Freelancing. I was freelancing. I bought a car after 1 year. 2009. I bought a Honda Accord. It's called End of Discussion. I still drive that car till today. Anyways, one of the cars I have. I still drive it till today. End of discussion. After 1 year. Freelancing. I married freelancing as a printer. As a brand guy, I was freelancing. I got married. I was freelancing. I started traveling abroad as a freelance printer. Listen, we don't have excuse. And I want to challenge everybody here listening to me. You can make it. You can make it without an address. I still say it. You can make it without an address. The address gave me more. When I got an office, it was because I now want a machine. All this while, there were machines in the industry, but I never liked them because they were obsolete. I mean it, they were obsolete. So I didn't want machines. But when this state-of-the-art machine came out and it was going to be launched globally, I picked interest in it and I said I was going to have it. Listen, if you make up your mind and set your goals, they are achievable. Goals are achievable. So I had only 2 million. They needed 5 million. They needed 5 million to release the machine to me. It's about 9.6 million. Let's say about 10 million. So they said the remaining balance of 5 million, I was going to pay in 6 months. Now, what did I do? Family and friends were the people I went because I had done business for 5 years. They had seen continuity. They had seen my consistency. I never went broke in those 5 years. I never came back asking for money from anybody to eat. They saw me grow from one level to the other. I rented my own house after 1 year in business, a 2-bedroom flat. As young as I was 23 that time, 23, 24. So my friends and family saw me consistently grow. And that was building trust. And for the people that I collected money from to do 1 or 2 business, I paid back immediately. Learn to pay back. Learn to pay back. Don't let people, as people start helping you, don't let them drag their monies. Don't drag their monies. So the first person I approached the first person. I said, there's this machine I want to buy. I want to scale my business now, but I need this machine. Bank told me for the first time then that a banker told me you have to bank with us for 6 months. As at that time, I did not know all these banking rules. And if you're here, for every 1 naira you make, go put it in the bank. You will need them. You may not necessarily need family and friends like I needed. But if you are consistent with the bank, you build that trust. The same trust that family and friends will see to give you money is the same trust the bank will look at. They'll look at your books. As at that time, the bookkeeping was nothing I didn't know that it was that important. A friend of mine told me, every money you make, take it to the bank. I ignored it until I needed money. The banker said, if you can just bank with us for 6 months, we can release part of this money to you. But it was too late for me. I needed that machine in 1 week. I needed to tie up that deal because it was in the exhibition ground that I needed to buy the machine. So my 3 people close to me it was my sister-in-law who raised 1.5 million for me. My elder brother raised 1.5 million for me. And my school father then, my spiritual father then, in ministry, he raised 1.5 million. This circle of mine knew that I was prudent with money. So they raised 4.5 million for me. Remember, I needed 5 million. I had 2 million. So 3 million from that 4.5 million matched to my 2 million. I bought the first machine, and that was a game changer in the industry. Ask anybody in the printing and brand industry. Direct image machine, the industrial one, is a game changer in the printing and branding industry. And that was how I scaled up. I have those machines, 4 of them now. The last one was bought in the heart of the COVID, and that was the 3rd industrial machine. I have them 4 right now in the space of that time till now. How did I scale up? I summarize again. Friends and family came together, gave me a loan, and it was predicated on trust, on integrity, on consistency, on innovation. They saw that I was also innovating. It was not an obsolete thing that was going to die after a few months. No. Based on these things, they raised money from me. And guess what? I paid that money. I paid the company in 6 months. I didn't disappoint the company. I paid that money. I tied up that deal. Then my family and friends too, because now that I had a machine, it enhanced my productivity. It enhanced my productivity. It gave me that capacity to do more. So that was the game changer. I paid everybody in 1 year. And from there, I bought the next one, and bought the next one. And that is it, Peculiar. That was how I scaled. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. Um, Everyone, we are going to be. If you are still here with us, please kindly let me know on the comment section. We are not going to let him go without asking questions. He told us brief story about how he started. I'm going to be asking him some questions and I'll be waiting for your own question. Please use the chat box to drop your questions. What question do you have for Pastor Yudi? Having listened to his story, how he built how good relationship got him to where he is, how he ventured into what he never considered as business, but today that is what has made his life beautiful. What question do you have for him? If you have any question, please, I want to read it out. Pastor Yudi, while we are waiting for their questions, I want to ask you this question. Yours is printing business. What other business
Yes.
service-based business opportunities do you think that one can venture into without money, as in zero capital, here in Nigeria? Considering Nigeria, we are not talking about something that will happen in Togo, Canada. No, we are talking about Nigeria in our Nigerian setting. I can
Hello.
hear you. We can hear you very well.
Hello. Can any other
Yeah,
person hear
I
me?
can.
Peculiar. Is this one now your internet or my
I
own?
don't know. I can hear you very well. Can you
Hello.
hear us? Please, you. We can't hear you. Oh my goodness, what's happening?
Okay, I can hear you now, Peculiar.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, I can. Okay. So I'm going to be taking your questions. I'm going to be reading out your questions so that Pastor Yudi will answer. Now, while we are waiting for their question, I've already seen like two questions here. Pastor Yudi, this is Nigeria. Things are rough. Can you hear me? Yudi, can you hear me? Yes, somebody said he can hear. Can you hear me, Yudi? Can you hear me?
Very
Oh
well.
my God. All right, thank you. What other you ventured into printing business? It's not
Yes.
everybody that will be willing to venture into a printing business. Now we are talking about service based with zero capital. Considering our Nigeria community, considering how rough things are currently, what other business ideas can you briefly share with the audience? It's not everybody that wants to do printing. What other ideas do
Okay.
you see around you? Do you see on the street that people have not even ventured into?
Okay. The kind of business does not really matter. The principles are the same. And I'm still going to share it again. It's the principles that matter, not necessarily the name of the business. Now, it was clear
Hmm.
that this business, I started it with zero capital. I saw an opportunity, or I found myself having a potential for a kind of service which is graphics based and printing based. It's graphics, it's printing, it's branding. It's something that I didn't just decide to do. I already found myself in it. 90% of the people in dilemma today thinking on what to do are already in something that can give them their dream life. I'm telling you, that thing where they look for Sokoto day or Shokoto. That's one proverb. I don't really get the exact meaning.
We
But that thing
understand
where
it.
they,
We understand it.
that way they look for Sokoto Day or Shokoto. I am a spiritual person, but in the spiritual activities, they were printing, they were branding. I just suddenly realized that there was money in that people were raising family, were investing in it. I found myself in it. Now, let me tell you, like I said, I talk, pastoring, preaching is what I do now. I've added it to my business. People have preached their way into a lot of money. So I, if I leave printing now, a lot of my church people want me to be more around now for them because of the services I'm rendering, spiritual services I'm rendering. It is a zero capital thing too, venture too. You can start a church from nowhere. You can start a ministry talking to people. Now, I started making my clothes when I was 18 years. When I was 18 years, I started making my clothes till now. This shirt I'm wearing, this fine shirt, go to all my videos, Saturday videos. All my shirts I wear, I made them. I started making my shirts in 2003. I started making my clothes in 2003. And if you hear me say I started making my clothes, you ask, you they sew too? I know they sew. I know where they sew. I started going to Aba in 2003, meeting young guys who were tailors to make my clothes. Started wearing my clothes in 2003 till today. Most of my clothes, I make them. When you hear me say I make them, you'll now be saying, do I sew? It's the same thing now. When I tell you I'm a printer, you said, do I design? Till today, I don't know how to design anything. The flyer we are using in this conference, Shane and me design them, not me design them peculiar, but it's not me. It's my graphic designers in my office, the staff I now pay. But when I started business, I didn't have money to pay them. I would just beg them, design for me. When they pay, I go give you your own. And that was how I started. I didn't have the money, but till today, I don't design. Till today, see, the next business I will do is to have a clothing line. Have I gone to fashion school? No. But I know the guys in Aba. I know I can pull them to Port Harcourt, house them. I pull them to Port Harcourt, tell them that, look, I will start giving them jobs immediately. But before I pull them to Port Harcourt, which is scaling, I will first tell people in Port Harcourt that I know how to sew. Do you know how many friends who have sent to Aba to my tailors to sew their clothes over the years? I say up to like last year, and I'm planning to send some people more. I say I have a lot of friends who please take us to your tailor. If I wanted it as a business, I would tell them, let me measure you. To learn measurement, no hard. Do you know that several times I've asked my tailor to come and measure my friends in Port Harcourt? It's just because I don't want it as a business. I just want my friends to dress as fine as I dress. So I call my friends from Aba. They come till today. They've come to my church to measure some people in my church. The church we started. But people have built business estates, people have built houses, people have made millions in this free thing in fashion I'm doing. Do you know I do photography too? But I just do it for my friends. I do photography, but I do it for my friends. The first money I made in photography, I traveled to Dubai. I bought a camera several years ago in 2014. The camera I bought for sightseeing, as I came back, I started using it for business. I don't do some business. You don't need money. You need to just see the opportunity. When you see the opportunity, go to the people who do it. Tell them that you have brought business for them. Be taking small commission. Be taking small commission. That commission, it is what will give you over time. You have built trust. Over time, you have built trust. Customers will start giving you big money because now they trust you. You deliver. Which one? Is it real estate? I have a lot of friends who just went to a real estate company. They gave them cap, gave them t-shirt. A lot of you here, you don't even pay call. Maybe you don't do it. It is I don't know for Lagos. For Lagos, what are people saying? It's just when people have refused to learn. That's the essence of this conference. Enter road. Go real estate company now that they're full everywhere. Go and tell one that you can sell. What is there? They show you the land. You carry flyer. You put them for your WhatsApp status. You tell people that you sell land. All of the people, the thing they used to say is 15 minutes from airport. Meanwhile, now 2 hours, 15 minutes. Nearness to airport, Dangote refinery, even for Port Harcourt, it's near to Dangote refinery. People are buying. Are people not buying? I have a lot of friends. Why? It's near airport. Every estate, airports near every estate for this country. They say it's free trade zone. Every
thank you. Are you enjoying this conference? Are you learning something? Somebody
I can say River State, yo. I can say River State, yo. Me, I can say River State.
We they do it now, but we need more people. We need young people to hear it. Let me tell you, I don't know if somebody heard what he said. You don't need money. All you need is opportunity. Just see the opportunity, grab them, no fear, with your full chest. You see where they are looking for ram. Is it ram? Cow. They want to do party and they are thinking, where can I get cow? Where can I buy cow? And you know where to get cow. What do? Collect the money, find
Yes.
out,
You
find
don't need
out.
to collect money. Call
Yes.
Aboki. Aboki, I get person who won't sell cow. Aboki will maybe snap and send to you. You link two of them. Link buyer and seller in everything. I told you I have a business opportunity now. It's at a big, very massive level. And I want to travel out to go talk to the investors that we have a state that needs investment. You will be, that is just link, agency work.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's use the comment section to appreciate Pastor Yudi. I'm going to be reading some questions that I'm seeing on the comment section. If you have not asked your question, you just have like 5 minutes. In the next 5 minutes, Pastor Yudi will be leaving us, and I'm sure you must have learned something very, very interesting. Something that, see, this conference is not for you to hear. You have been hearing it. You have been hearing it. After tonight, take action. Sit yourself down. Call a meeting. Peculiar, what is it? What can I do? What is around me? What opportunities am I seeing? Can I do it? Can I give it a trial? That is what this meeting is all about. All right, Pastor Yudi, there is a question for you here. What are the strategies that helped you achieve all these things? You bought your first car at 25. You built your first duplex. You did this. You went into printing. What strategy? Just briefly. That's the first question.
The strategies are what we have been talking about. Build relationships, be good, be kind to people, build relationships. And when we say quality relationship, it's not like you choose the one that is quality. Let the relationships around you just relate well with people. Like I said, relationships will take you very far. It's not like I've not gotten money with banks, even relationship with corporate organizations. Relationship with bank is the same thing with relationship with people. If you borrow money from people, pay back on time. The same way, if you borrow money from bank, please pay back. I have taken loans from banks. I've taken loans from CBN, not once. CBN, not once. I've taken loans from banks, not once. And I paid. You understand? And those things build your reputation. Do you understand?
Right.
So what we have been talking about, they are all strategies. That's what we have been talking about. They are all strategies. But one that is key, build integrity-based relationships.
Good relationship.
Integrity-based relationship.
We have a lot of questions. I hope we'll be able to answer all. Someone says, I know you are a drop shipper. No, you are not a drop. He's not a drop shipper. Anything that has to do with drop shipping, I will answer. But let me read it out. How did you start that part of business, and what platform did you use? Pastor Yudi is not a drop shipper, but there is no business. There is not much difference between drop shipping and service. There is no difference.
There is no.
This one is product. This one is service. Go ahead.
It's the same thing.
So great, Jaja. I hope you got that information. There is no difference. The question is, how did you start that part of business, and what platform? Different platforms, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anyone that works for you. There is no particular platform that when you begin to post now, money will begin to follow you. No, there is what we call building a structure. Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Me, as at the time I started, social media was not that big. It was not big. It was in 2006. Yes. The platform I used was friendship platform, relationship platform.
Amazing.
That was what I used, and it still works till today. In fact, it's the biggest till today. Recommendations, friendship, relationship recommendation is the biggest and the strongest till today. If you want to really go big, and most of the biggest businesses, they are relationship based and partnerships. People want to partner, they will have to do due diligence. When you talk about due diligence, they want to know how good your sphere, how well are you in your own sphere. That's when people go to dig out your information. That information is relationship based. They ask a few questions around about you before people give billions to you. People do. So relationship is key. It is never old school. No matter how online comes, people will still do due diligence before even businesses are tied up online. Better money, before better money exchange hand. Due diligence happen behind the scene, even online-based businesses. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Some questions are directly directed to dropshipping. I'll personally be answering those questions much later. We need to let Pastor Yudi go. So let me read that question that is related to what he spoke about. The reason why we brought service based in this conference, yes, is a dropshipping conference, but the truth of the matter is that it is not everybody that have that zeal, that strength to do the dropshipping thing, and that is why we decided to also incorporate service based in case if you are not interested in dropshipping. So
Hello?
the next speaker, I can hear you very well. The next speaker is going to be talking about dropshipping. So all your dropshipping questions, the next speaker will be available to do that. Okay.
Okay.
A new banking business, but okay. Somebody is asking. Pastor Yudi. Somebody said I would love to meet Pastor Yudi when next I come to Port Harcourt. All right, I will drop his address, his church address. You worship him. How can one listen to this question? How did he get to know about the launch of direct image printing machine?
Okay.
Innovation now.
Okay, no,
You
no,
have
no, no, no.
okay, go
It's
ahead.
when you are very inquisitive in any business. Listen, one of the easiest way to grow is always researching. Research. This whole questions. Thank God they are coming. They are opening up a lot of things that should have happened in the course of the talk. So I am a research person. I love, like when I was talking, I said I love trends in 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 ministry. Everywhere I find myself, I love to check for the trends, and people know me as someone who is excellent minded in the industry. I mean, if you ask of DigiPlus in Port Harcourt in the printing industry, one thing they will tell you is that we love quality jobs and we do quality jobs, and even our machines are the best when it comes to direct imaging. I can boast about that our machine in the industry is the best in this town. So it's part of marketing. Now, so people, I was a research person. So when a new machine came out, they knew the few people. I mean, the company launching the machine asked questions in the industry. I was
Oh,
recommended to them. The people told them, go to so people. And they told me that it was based on recommendation that they came to my office to advertise. So if you are a research person, when new innovations come, companies will write you. Companies will write. When I traveled to Europe, it was the company that recognized what I was doing. I wrote to them that this is what I do here, and they gave me an invitation. And that Drupa is the biggest printing exhibition in the world. Nobody took me. I wrote them in this my little corner, and I showed them a few of the pictures, gave them a picture of the machine I run and the things I do. And so I'm a research person. And that research has taken me to Asia, to China, to Germany for printing exhibitions. I invest heavily on printing exhibitions outside the country. Yes, I spend money to go just to know. So that
all
was how I
right.
got to know. Up till
So,
today, even this year, I'm going to travel just to know.
Pastor Yudi, before you go, on a final note, what is your advice to our audience? What is your advice on a final note?
We're in a very hard time in this country, but guess what? People who are self-employed, no matter how hard the economy is, they transfer the hardship into the
Correct.
product and just balance. What I do, if dollar light make it be 10,000, anybody that wants to print, I will put the hardship of the country into that product. You will pay. And so you see, that's how we are floating. But salary people, I pity. How now they even take breath? You people have choked finish. Government is still deliberating. Meanwhile, people are dying. But business people, the more they cut inflation, they inflate their goods too. If dollar add, they add. So I want to encourage you, go into business. And as the economy is getting, you float with it. As dollar is rising, I'm rising. Simple.
All right, what do we have to say to Pastor Yudi on the comment section, please? I want us to put our hands together. I want us to appreciate him. Pastor Yudi, it's been an amazing time with you.
I hope so. I
Hmm.
hope so. I hope so. The
Before
internet was
he
really bad.
goes, some of you might be thinking that he came here to share his story or tell you what he has achieved. No, I intentionally brought him here because of where we have known for we've known for close. You never reached 15 years, I'll be 20 years.
It's about 20 years from school.
We are street people. When I mean streets, so we are not people who were raised abroad, who were not people who acquired wealth from our
For we
parents
are
or inherited. Nobody inherits give us. Nobody, we don't inherit anybody. In fact, now we they even give.
yeah.
So I intentionally brought him to share this amazing story to maybe out of all the people that are watching us, there's only one person that will get something from this story. I don't know who the person is, but you have heard his amazing story. You have heard everything he has said. Relationship, an important currency, integrity, and an important currency. Consistency will take you far. He has said a lot. If only you can take action, your own story will even be better than his own. All right, before you go.
I'm privileged to forward your book. I've seen the content. I know what you put in that book. A lot of
Mm,
times I was part of the content of that book. I want people to go put that book here. The book is going to help a lot of you. Peculiar has written a book. I have gone to Peculiar's shop in
sure.
Balogun. I have seen her grow from the scratch. I have seen her grow from the scratch. I am part of Peculiar's story. And then the book too. I was part of that book. I did the forward of that book. I want you guys, and it's about starting. It's about starting small. So I want to part with the word that there is a guide. In addition to this conference, there is a date. The conference is just for 2 days, but the book will stay with you for as long as you want. And trust me, that book is going to help you kick off. You just need someone to guide you. Peculiar has put a story in that book, and a lot of she interviewed a lot of us and got a lot of our stories and put infused all of them in that book. But she couldn't have brought all of those people in this conference. I'm aware of that. She couldn't have brought all of those people in this conference to speak. But in that book, you will get all of the stories of some of the people. Thank you for the opportunity,
Thank you,
and God
Pastor
bless you.
Yudi. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you. So we are leaving Pastor Yudi to go now. I will forward some of your questions to him. Most of the questions I'm getting here it's on drop shipping. I want to use the comment section to let me know if you're enjoying this section. Are you enjoying this conference? Do you think it's worth your time? Are you wasting your time? Are you burning your data for nothing? Have you seen reason? Are you seeing reason to just start? Are you seeing reason that are you seeing light that after now your life is not going to remain the same? All right, our second speaker is on a standby already. She's on standby. I intentionally brought her to talk to us about drop shipping, how we can start drop shipping without money. Now, I want to say something about drop shipping. Somebody came to my DM on Facebook today to talk to say something. He said, Madam Peculiar, I am willing to join your class, but I want to ask you, will you teach me Shopify, drop shipping on Shopify? And I responded, what did I tell him? I said, Bros, you are in Nigeria. Learn drop shipping the Nigerian way first before you move to Shopify. I didn't say you will not make money on Shopify. No, don't quote me wrong. You will make money on Shopify, but do you have the capacity? Do you have all it takes? Can you sustain paying for your space, Shopify space, every month? So why not create a space for yourself in the Nigerian market where you don't need that? It's not going to cost you much. By the time you make the money, you can now expand to that Shopify level. On that note, I want to bring our next speaker, Esther Ogwo. She is somebody who has done drop shipping. She started from the scratch. I posted her profile on the group. Please try and read it. Why did I bring her to this conference? She started, I knew when she started, in less than 2 years, when she started dropshipping without 1 naira, she was able to raise money from dropshipping to pay a shop rent that is worth 600,000 naira. 600,000 naira is the shop rent, though. That I'm talking about in less than 2 years. No, in less than 1 year. It was less than 1 year. I've been in her story. So she's going to be sharing with us how we can start drop shipping without 1 naira. How did it happen? How possible is it? All right, on that note, I'm bringing Esther to the stage. Please, we need to pardon Esther. She's a strong woman. Her son is ill, admitted in the hospital. So she decided to just make it tonight. So she might not be showing her face because of the environment where she is. So please pardon her. Can we welcome her? Use the comment section, please. Let's encourage her. Put your hands together. Use the emoji to put your hands together. Esther, are you set?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, I can hear you very well. So you have the stage now.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Um, uh, I'm happy and I'm also privileged to be here to share some things that I know will be of good benefit to you, especially if you're starting off your dropshipping business or if you're already in it and you're finding it difficult or you have some challenges. I believe that one or two things that you will learn from me here will help you through it. Can you all
Esther,
hear me?
please hold on. Are you using an earphone? Can you okay? Can you hear her? Not audible. They are saying that your line is not audible. Not
Okay, let me
audible.
take off my.
Yes,
Can you hear
please.
me?
Yes,
Can,
better, clear, better, better.
can you
Please.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear Esther, please? Use the comment section. Can you hear her?
Oh, I can't hear anyone again.
Oh, goodness.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but it's not too clear. It's
Can
fluctuating.
you hear me?
Better, 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 better. Drop shipping with zero capital. How possible is it? Go ahead. Esther, you can
Can you
continue.
hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yes, yes, we can hear you.
I don't think I can hear you either.
Okay, let me remove you and bring you back. All right, while we are waiting for her,
I think I'll go off and then come
oh,
back in. I
no, I
can't
think
hear. I can't
we
hear.
can hear we can hear you very well now.
Okay, okay then. So if you can hear me, that's fine then.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
we're going to continue. So, my name is Esther Ogwo, and I'll speak on how to start your dropshipping business with little or no capital. It sounds funny, right? But it's actually a reality. Let me just quickly tell you what dropshipping means in a layman's understanding. Dropshipping basically is the art of selling products that are sourced from other sellers to make profit. Products that are sourced from other sellers are basically not yours. You get so. And again, dropshipping can anybody can do dropshipping, young, old, whoever, anybody can do dropshipping. I started with dropshipping. Oh well, I didn't start with dropshipping outrightly. I started teaching. I studied economics education from the University of Port Harcourt and economics education. Well, that means that I have done a lot of teaching and all that in basically all levels of education. At a time, I thought to myself, like, if I am helping someone else achieve their goal and their mission, and I'm giving it my all, then I should start off something that I know I'll be proud of myself someday. I, at a point, didn't want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. I wanted to start up my own business. Well, basically because I like teaching and I also like business. So you see, my interest for business sprang up at that time, and then I met Peculiar online through one of our Facebook ads. And I thought to myself, okay, I need somebody that will pull me through, somebody that will hold my hands practically through this journey of business that I had little or no knowledge of. And then I met with her and I told her, look, I would like to go into business, but I don't know my way around it because I'm a teacher and teaching takes basically all by time. Gone are those days where you say, okay, you're a teacher, so you have time to yourself. No, this time around, teaching takes all your time. Like, you don't have a time for yourself. I leave very early for work and I come back late. So I thought to myself, no, I can't continue like this. I need to have a free time for myself and for my family. So I told Madam Peculiar all of this and said, okay, well, what do you want to sell? The truth was that I didn't have an idea of what to sell. So I sold everything, like everything. While I was still teaching, I was combining drop shipping. She introduced me to a lot of people in the market that I started posting their wares. They'll send me pictures, I'll post, I'll add my own profits. You know, within a short time, I thought to myself, look, oh, Esther, it's like someone has to change profession at this time because drop shipping now seem like the real gold. You get. So I told her that I think I want to quit my job. She said, no, don't do that. But me, I already know that quitting my job will be like the best thing for me so that I can give this drop shipping thing 100% and see how it works out. And the next time she saw me, I told her, Madam Peku, I've stopped working. I have quit my job. She was like, really? So you really meant it? I said, yes. So I think that was just it. That was the beginning of my success. Yeah, like she said, within a year, I got a shop in Balogun Market, and within another year, I got another shop at BGC, that's Lekki area. And I've been doing well in it, even though that I am still into drop shipping. Now, let me give you uh, one or two steps to take to start this journey of dropshipping. Number one thing I'll say to you is to get a good phone. Even though I know that a lot of us here have a good phone, but we just take pictures and we let it go. No, a good phone that has a large memory space, because trust me, you're going to have plenty pictures stored in your phone. So get a good phone. I think that's the basic. That's the first start. Get a good phone that has a large memory space. And number two will be to find a demand to satisfy. Now look around you. There are something that people are looking out for. There are something that if you have it, people will find you, even if you are in a rat hole, to get. There are people that are looking out. They are looking. They have a demand that needs to be met. What are those? Look around you. There are people that are looking out for drivers. There are people that are looking out for people that they can trust. A lot of people don't go to the market. But once you offer them, oh, look, I have this for sale, I have that for sale, because they already know you, which is that relationship the first speaker was talking about, you will excel. Do you understand? So you do well if you first of all identify a need in your environment. And I'll say that number three is to study what your customer needs. If they need you to supply them food stuff, because at a point when I stopped working, like I told you, I sold everything. I started going to Oyibo markets to do what? To source for food stuff. So all those my bosses, now they know that I'm out of job. I told them, I started putting up on my status, if you need me to source for leaves, for food stuff, for whatever you need me. And they were like, wow, okay, you can do this. They will send money to me and give me their list, and I'll go to the market. And they are satisfied with what I buy because, of course, that's our Lekki area, that's Aja area. You cannot compare what you buy there with what you buy from the Mine 12 market. So I was striving in that. Anything you say you want, I will say I'm selling it. I know who can buy it. And then when I go to the market, I source, I look for people that are into that, and I make my own profit. Truth be told, when I even go to that my 12, I buy their own and I buy my own food stuff from the profit I make. So it's like a win-win situation for everybody. People I buy for are happy. Me in the errand too. I'm making profit with it. I remember a time there was one of my bosses that asked me that she needed bicycle for her kids. And I told her, okay, I buy bicycles for you. To be honest, I don't know where they sell bicycles. But I got to the market and I spoke to Madam Fetila. I said, don't worry, I know where they sell. She only directed me there. And I got these lovely bicycles. I took pictures and I sent to her, and she picked the one she liked. And You will not want me to mention the amount of profit I got just by selling bicycles that I do not even know where they were and because I was consistent and because I wanted to make a living out of drop shipping, I pushed and I got to the sort of people selling what I want to buy. The truth is that in the market, when you come to the market, explore, take your time, ask them if you can take pictures. You know those things that you like as a person. You also know those things that if I post this one on my WhatsApp status, people will ask me how much. People will say I like. Or if I even buy it and I wear it, people will ask me, "Oh, where did you get this lovely t-shirt? Or where did you buy this sandal or bag from?" And business don't set with that. So you get, so I think study what your customers need. And then number four thing will be start from anywhere. Start from your church. Talk to people around you. Start from school. Start from mosque. Start from community. I am in the hospital. My son is sick, but I've made friends here. In fact, everybody here knows that I sell bags and shoes. And I've even directed them, you know what? Don't let me bore you with plenty pictures on my phone. Go to my Instagram page. You will find plenty things there. Do you get, that's how to connect with people. Let them know. I cannot be in a room and my mouth is shut and people will not know that, look, you can actually buy a good shoe from me, you can buy a handbag from me. No. So connect with any people, connect with every people in your church, in your street, in your mosque, in your community. Let them know that they can actually trust you to source a particular item for them. And while at it, you're making good profit. Now, take for instance, drop shippers. They make. Do I say 100% profit? Even more than the vendors, more than the sellers themselves. I remember when I was doing drop shipping full time. There's this woman that sells very good nice men's shoes. We'll buy those shoes for like 15,000, 12,000, and we're selling double of that price with a beg. Like people are begging us, let me pay 30K. Oh, this kind of shoes I like. Can I pay 30K? And you look at yourself, you pinch yourself, is this really happening? Like because I bought this thing for 15K and somebody is begging me to buy it for 30K. Now ask yourself, did the seller make up to 15,000? Like the seller is selling 15,000, but do you think that she made profit of 15,000? So you see that you're even at a better edge than the seller because you're making 100% profit. So tell me, if you sell that kind of product, if you sell 10 of that product, how much have you made? And all of this can happen just by sitting in a particular place. I've been in this hospital for 2 days, but a lot has not stopped coming. I don't know if somebody's getting it. You can do this in the comfort of your home. Let people know this is what I do. Let them confide in you. Don't do it 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 2 months, and you say, "Oh, I'm not making profit, I'm not selling," and then you're quitting. There's no quitting in this way. Before you even quit, ask yourself, why did I start in the first place? I don't know if somebody's getting my point. So imagine that I sold 20 of that shoe for 30,000. Please, can you calculate my profit? I'm getting more than the seller. And I do that on a daily and I do that monthly. How much do you think my profit will be? So you see, it's not magic. This is real. It's something that when you put your mind into it, when you set that goal for yourself. And again, at the end of the day, you don't eat your profit. You don't eat your money. You use it and you invest. Because if you keep eating it, because there's a lot of temptation. Wow, I made 50,000 naira. I made 15,000 naira from selling a pair of shoes. And you go to the next bar and you drink and you eat. Tomorrow, what will happen? Do you even want to start up something for yourself? Today I import shoes, Turkey shoes for women. Why? Because I saved up, because I cultivated that habit of saving. I told myself, you know what, I would also like to own a shop where people can walk in and try their shoes. So it means that if you're an online person today, tomorrow you can own a shop. It means that if you're a drop shipper today, tomorrow you can be an importer. If somebody gets me. So that is it. Don't limit yourself. Don't say, "Oh, I can't sell this. I can't sell that." Oh, do you know that I have a master degree in this and in that, and I will go to Balogu market. I will go to myself market and be picking vegetables. I'll be picking okra for somebody, all in the name of no, no, no. Start small. If I tell people that I used to source for food items for people, they'll be like, "Really? You actually did that?" But yes, I did it. Those were my humble beginning, and it taught me a whole lot. It taught me a whole lot. So number five, I think I've even mentioned number five in all that I've said. Avail yourself to explore places. You know, I have talked about noting what people like in your or the demand in your area. So when you know that demand, when you know that people are actually looking for a particular thing, you go source for that thing. You ask questions, you Google about it, you go online and search for people doing that, how they are doing it. Now, when you go online to search, I don't mean you should copy the person verbatim. No, I mean you should look how that person, check how that person is doing her own, and then create your own strategy. I don't know if somebody, because I can't even hear, it seems like I'm talking to myself, but I believe that uh, I'm being heard. There are a lot of challenges in job shipping. There are a lot, but do not allow it to deter you. And that's why I'll refer you to the ebook that Madam Peculiar wrote. It has a lot for you. Now, let me talk about a little of these challenges in job shipping. Okay, let's say for instance, you're buying from a particular vendor, and then you ask that vendor, do you have this size of clothes? You have 46, she said yes. And you go back to your customer, it's okay, ma, I have the size 46 of this clothes, and the woman pays money, and then by the time you get to the seller's shop, it's sold. Those are one of the challenges. Then at that point, what do you do? Do you refund the money? Do you come clean and say, okay, ma, this 46 is sold. Would you like something else, or would you like me to refund? Me, I bring up that option of refund even before you ask me. So sometimes when I bring up that option, a lot of people will be like, oh, okay, hold
Can
on
you
with
still
that
hear
money.
her?
I'll look for something else and
Can you still hear her?
and
Esther,
pick.
hold on.
So I would like to stop here because I have doctors around already to do their ninth ward round or so. So, but then I'll refer you to Madame Peculiar's ebook. It has a lot to teach you. Either you are a seasoned dropshipper or you're just a beginner, you will get a lot to learn from it. But trust me, dropshipping has brought me this far and I'm not letting go. No, not yet. I still dropship even as a store owner, even as I import. There are some things that my customer wants that I don't sell. So I go into the market and I source it for them. And they trust me for that. Okay, so Madam Peculiar, please pardon me. I'll need to leave at this time, but I hope that we have learned one or two things from what I have just shared. Thank you very much for having me,
Amazing.
and good night, everybody.
Wow. Wow. I think I am enjoying this class this evening. Esther, please. Oh, she has left. Please, let's put our hands together. Give her some emoji. Encourage her. It's not easy. Her child was has been admitted for almost 3 days. As she's talking from the hospital. It's not really easy. Can we just show her love? Use some emoji to appreciate her. If you actually learned something from what she said, before I go ahead to summarize tonight's meeting, I want to try my best to make sure that we don't stay too long in this meeting. Maximum 9:45 we're out of this place. So we have just 10 minutes to wrap up today's meeting. So I'm going to be taking a lot of questions on dropshipping because this is dropshipping conference. So our two speakers have really done an amazing job for us tonight. If you're not interested in drop shipping, you can switch to service based. And Pastor Yudi was here to tell us how his own journey, how he ventured into printing, after studying electrical electronics from the university. Okay, so if you're not interested in drop shipping, service based might work for you. You don't need to have money to start service based. There are services you can render, look around you, and you begin to pick it up from there and expand. Now, Esther, thank you so much. I know you have left. Please, I want to use the comment section. I want to answer some of the questions relating to drop shipping. I want to answer some of your questions. Please, if you can still hear me, use the comment section, please. Use the comment section. Use the comment section. Can you hear me? Can you can you still hear me? I want to answer all the questions that has to do with drop shipping. Somebody asked a question. He says, what is that? Where is that question? She said, oh, How can I enlarge my business to get more buyers? How do I enlarge my business to get more buyers? You have how to get more buyers is to be appearing online all the time, and I will ask people questions. How did you get attracted to Peculiar? How did you get attracted to this conference? How did you? Because I kept, if you check for the past 2 weeks, if you have been following me on Facebook, you will discover that I have been very, very consistent with my posting. I post about this dropshipping conference almost every day. I don't only post on Facebook, I post on Facebook, I post to Facebook groups, I post on Instagram, I post on Twitter, I created a WhatsApp group. I use different strategies. I didn't stick to one strategy. When you want to get massive results, you have to explore different opportunities. You have to explore different options. Sarah, you are the one that asked this question. You said, "How do I enlarge my business to get more followers, more buyers?" That is exactly what I'm answering. For you to get more buyers, you have to be appearing in their faces. You have to always they need to see you. They need to always know you. As they are seeing you, they are believing you. As they are seeing the evidence, the proof, all what you're doing. If you check my posts, if you have been following me, you will discover that from time to time, I always post review. Even in the WhatsApp group, I've posted reviews of people who attended my masterclass. Why do I do it? I don't do it to show off. Why do I do it? I do it to tell you who weren't there when it happened. I do it to make you, to convince you that yes, it dey work. All right, for the person that asked that question, I hope I answered you. So you have to explore different options. That's the summary of all this grammar that I said. Now you have to explore different options. Don't stick to one platform. Use different options. Facebook, if it's Facebook, Instagram, you can use all of them at the same time. For this conference, I use different platforms. I ran ad. And if you check our WhatsApp group, we are over 230 on that group. How did I bring 230 people to come to my conference? How? Do I know you? Have we met before? No. But I kept appearing. If you check, just take your time, go to my Facebook. If you're not following me, please do that. If you're, I will encourage you to subscribe also to my YouTube. This is my YouTube channel, because I'll be doing a lot on YouTube now. Now, how did I do that? I did a lot of graphics designs to attract you, because I know if I keep using my face, some of you, my face might be bored. Some of you might get used to my face, might get tired of my face. So I decided to use different strategies. So for you to get a lot of buyers, a lot of people, you need to change a lot of strategies. And those strategies are not something we can be sharing here. If you are interested, I run a dropshipping masterclass, a paid dropshipping masterclass. If you're interested to learn that, you can join. It's not compulsory. It's not part of this conference, but I will not stop to mention it. It is not teaching you how to gain a lot of people to buy from you. It's not something we do from here. All right, let me move to the next question. How can one push her business in or to get other audience? It's the same thing. The problem, the struggle that a lot of dropshippers or online vendors have is getting customers. Trust me, from this platform, we cannot exhaust it. You need to do the practical. I have an online masterclass, dropshipping masterclass going on currently. We started it last week. I don't speak grammar in my masterclass. I only teach you practical. I only give you assignment. Do the assignment, come back to me. So it is when during the masterclass, I can tell you what to do. Even if I explain it to you here, you will still find it difficult to do some of those things. So I need to give it to you as an assignment. You do it, try it. If you couldn't get it, we try another strategy. If it didn't work, we try another strategy until it begins to work for you. So how to get customers and buyers are not things we talk about here. Another question here says, okay, my new somebody said a new business but no money to buy equipment. Okay, I think she said I'm into baking business but no money to buy equipment, and I have a zeal and passion for it. What should I do to raise capital? Now, what you can do to raise capital, if what you know, what you desire to do, you don't have the capital at this moment, you can Work for others. Working for others is not that you're going to collect salary. Check around you. Are there what is it called, bakery around you? Are there cake makers? For the person who asked this question, Olive, I don't know if you are still here. Are there bakery around you? Are there other businesses that you can do to raise money around you? Remember, Pastor Yudi that left, or what did he say? He was printing. He was doing printing. He will collect the job, give them their money. Then he will look for another job. So only you can still do the same thing. Look for other businesses that you can do, raise money, save your money, then you can buy the equipment. Do not kill your baking passion because you don't have the money. Look for other opportunities, other means of making money, then go back to your baking. I think I've taken all the questions. For someone who has not, okay, this is an dropshipping question. For someone who has just an online store, not offline store, no address, how can one reach out to more customers? It is still the same thing. Esther that just finished speaking to us told us something. When she started her dropshipping, she didn't have a shop. Likewise, me, when I started dropshipping, there was no shop. So all you need to do, create an online presence. If you can hear me very well, please write it. If you can hear me very well, write it. Create an online presence for your business. What does it mean to create an online presence? You can use Facebook. Create a Facebook page. Your Facebook page is quite different from your profile. Your page is your business um, store, your online business store, where you can refer people, where you can showcase all the businesses that you do. So you have to create an online presence in your store. Put just the same way you see a physical shop. Make sure you add product of whatever you're selling. You need to get a lot of contact access. You have to access a lot of contact. It's that reminds me, I just wrote an ebook. Oh my goodness, I wrote an ebook. I will drop it in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I wrote an ebook and it has over 150,000 contact from Balogu trade fair, different contacts for hair, for shoe and bag, children. Just mention the contact. Over 150 contacts in that ebook. So if you're interested, you can buy it. But for anybody who joins my masterclass, it is free of charge for them. But for those of you that don't want the masterclass, you can get the ebook for how much? 5,000 naira, just between today and till Sunday. After Sunday, the price of my ebook is how much? 7,500 naira. Normally, I'm supposed to sell it for 15,000, but I am after making impact, not really the money. The money is part of it, though. But I don't like making life difficult for people. All right. Are we having an amazing? Did you have an amazing time this evening? Did you have an amazing time? Did you learn something? I'm reading through your comments. I'm not seeing any more questions. I think we can continue the conversation from our WhatsApp group. Let me know if you got value from tonight's meeting. Do you think that tonight's meeting was amazing? Do you think that you got a lot of value? Can I hear from the comment section? Can I hear from the comment section? Are you blessed? Have you learned something new? Can I hear? Can I get some emoji? Can I get some comment? Can I get some comment? I don't know. Can you still hear me? It's like I'm not getting that vibe that I'm looking for. All right, as we summarize, dropshipping conference is to push you. Dropshipping conference is to inspire you. Dropshipping conference is to motivate you to do more. I know a lot of us are giving up because of the situation of the country. Just like Pastor Yudi said, you are not a salary earner. You are not a salary earner, you're a business person. If the economy, the exchange rate increases, adjust your price. Highest that will happen is that a lot of people sales might drop, but make sure that when you sell one, you make profit. All right, you are better off than the shop owners. The shop owners have invested their money into their goods. Currently, I am a shop owner in Balogu, but trust me, because of the situation of the country, the exchange rate, I rarely buy goods from Turkey these days. It's a true confession, and a lot of you know that. I'm a business person. There is no need sending money abroad to buy goods just to impress people that my shop is fully stocked and I'm not selling. People are not buying. The sales has really reduced. So find another way. Source for other contact, other things that you can do. The thing is that make sure that you're making money. All right. I want to say a very big thank you for everyone who made it to this conference, and to our speakers. We are grateful. Thank you for inspiring us. Let me from the comment section, what are you taking away from this class today? What are you taking away from this conference? Please use the chat box. If you're still here, use the comment section. Tell me, what are you taking away from this meeting today? What have you learned? What new? What is that one thing that you have gotten from this conference today? Conference. This is the first day. Tomorrow, logistics. If you have been in the dropshipping, you understand that logistics has been our problem. We have a seasoned professional rather, an expert, somebody that have worked with e-commerce, that understand the e-commerce, that have worked with Jumia, that have worked with Eltel, that have had so much experience in online business, is going to be talking to us about how we can manage logistics challenges in online business, how we can deliver or send our goods abroad. And our second speaker will be speaking to us on what? Facebook advert. Hey, for some of you that want to talk about, that want to hear about advert, Peculiar, how do I get more customers? Peculiar, how do I get people to buy from me? Peculiar, I want to learn what is it called? Facebook advert. Tomorrow, keep a date, please. The conference is ending tomorrow, and tomorrow is loaded. These two people are powerful people. Remember, the time again is 8 p.m. If you have been blessed today, tomorrow is going to be fire. Tomorrow is going to be double of what happened today. Let me read your takeaway. What are you taking away from this meeting? What are you taking away from this meeting? What are you taking away from this meeting? Thank you. Yes, I did. Oh, what are you taking away? What are you, as you're logging out now, what are you taking away? So I'm going to drop the link for my ebook. If you are joining if you are buying my ebook, I'm going to drop it in the WhatsApp group. If you're not in the WhatsApp, please join. I'm going to drop every information. Remember the WhatsApp, the ebook, I will display it on the WhatsApp group. The ebook has 150 contacts, different contacts. Mention it. And because you attended this conference, the ebook is going for just 5,000 naira. Just because you attended this conference. After tomorrow, no, I'll give you till Sunday. After Sunday, the price goes back to what? 7,500 naira. I have limited copies. I have limited yes. For those of you that want to join my master class, I will drop the link. My master class are practical. It's not everything that we'll be talking about here. I will hold your hands. I will make sure that the money you are paying me for registration, you recover your registration fee. That one I brag about it. Anyone who joins my master class recovers their registration fee within the first 2 months. Within the first, that is on one condition, if you practice what I teach. All right, on that note, I want to say thank you for being part of this history making conference. All right, let's wrap it with a clap offering as I sign out for tonight. Please let me use the comment section. I want to say bye to everyone. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, no African time. You can see before 10 o'clock we are done, so that you can go back and arrange for tonight. Have a blessed evening. Good night, everyone.